Well, I'm out here checking cows. I do have calving's going to start the first week of January, so I wanted to check, and this is the first one that's due right in front of me. She is a Boulder, and she's bred to loaded up sex semen, and she's going to go. This is a rain dance cow. So all the cows, the body condition is really, really good. And I'll have to start being on the ball for these and check. I think there's 16 that's due in January, 9 in February if my records are correct, and then the rest are due hopefully by the end of March. So I just did fill up the bale feeders and got that taken care of, and got the goats in the barn, the ones that are due. And there are 9 that are going to kid. There should have been one other one, but I don't believe she is bred, or if she is, she's very late bred. Border Collie pup. She came out with me, but she's more interested in running, so she does have a lot of energy. So again, she will go with me, but halfway interested in the cows. But again, she's just a July 1st pup. Okay, I just want to share how everything is ready now for goat kidding. Bring those goats in this coming weekend. So this pen's got a heat lamp. The next 3 pens here in a row, they have the barrels with the heat lamps in them. And then over in the other side, there's 2 more individual pens there, with each with a barrel in it. The only thing that's left to do is I do have to hang up my homemade hay racks in here. So when the goats are all in here just running around together, I'll put hay in those. But pretty much ready to go for goat kidding, and should be about the week before Christmas. Well, here's the goats that were just moved into the barn. All these are bagging up. Earliest they could kid, I believe, would be December 15th. Hopefully they will be done kidding before the first of the year. There's 8 in here, and there's 1 more with the buck. I've just got her in there to keep him company. I'll move her in with these here shortly. There are 4 this year's kids still out in the lot with the huts, and then 1 that appears not to be bred. So she's out there with them, and that's where they'll stay, unless that other one starts to make bag, but she has 0 udder at this point in time. Andrew Redaway, giving the orientation section at the White River Feeder Auction. Watch your language.
Don't put me on the internet if I gotta watch my language. This is a sale barn, by the way. So you guys are gonna run them down through here. JD will call them the speaker, he'll call them number, all these gates are numbers. Open that. Here's the biggest thing. When you're opening and shutting the gate, keep it at arm's distance. Don't have your face over here by it and get your feet popped out. I don't know if you've got insurance or not. That's long and short of it.
Well, this is the second day of that I've been here for Hoosier Beef Congress. It is a Sunday, and this is the day where all the Grand and Supreme Champions will be picked at the end of the afternoon. So I am actually here to man the booth at the Indiana Beef Cattle Association. It is, I think, about 7:45 this morning. A lot warmer than it has been. And this is for those people that bid on auction spots and got the premier parking for their trailers. This is the show ring area. Show starts at 8 o'clock. Well, I think it rained most of the night here in southern Indiana. Again, just finished up with Hoosier Beef Congress yesterday. And maybe I'm a little later than normal going out to do normal chores. And you can actually see Daz, the border collie pup, she always gets fired up about coming out and doing chores of a morning. And I hope you can probably hear the goats in here carrying on. So I'll get the lights on. And obviously you can hear the girls. Again, they're due to kid in just a few weeks. So they're waiting to get their hay. I don't give them grain of a morning, I just give them hay. So they're starting to bag down pretty good. Some of them aren't bagging down much, but anyway, feeding time. Well, the other boarder that I have, her name is Abby. And every time I am in the gator, if she's out, she likes to ride in the gator and go with me. If I'm checking cows or feeding the bull, she'll always be in the gator. Des, the other boarder, again, she's just a pup. She was born July 1st. And at this stage of the game, she just likes to run 100 miles an hour and bark. But morning chores are done on this rainy, damp Monday morning. But it is not cold. I think we have a cold blast coming in later in the week. Hey, good morning everyone. Just sharing a little bit of the non-fun stuff in the cattle business. Yesterday afternoon, one of the replacement heifers was out. She had gone through the fence somewhere, never did find out exactly where. It was probably because she was in heat, wanted out with the cows. And so then I come out this morning and she's out again, so I'm gonna have to run the electric fence and see where it's shorted out. So I'm turning the camera around, so here might be one spot where it is down. I have unplugged it and I will fix it and see if she stays in. So that's a damp morning and this is what my project is. Well, it's about every 5 days that I have to put out hay for the cows. And I put out 4 bales at a time. That doesn't mean that's the only hay I put out, because I do have a horse. I do have 4 replacement heifers, goats, and a bull, but the main cow herd, it's 4 bales about every 5 days. Well, one of the things I do is after I put up hay, or I shouldn't say put out hay for the cows, I always go ahead and come back up to the hay yard and put a couple bales on the tractor for the next time, because that's about the only thing I'm using my tractors for in the winter, although I do have to move some dirt eventually. And so I haul a bale on the front and on the back. So once I load these on the tractor, I'll just park the tractor until about 5 days later when I'll put these other bales out. Pretty simple process, and it is actually a nice sunny afternoon, and I think it is supposed to get cold again in the next day or so. So that's how I do things on the farm. Well, I'm just out here checking cows and trying to see if I can tell if they're bagging up, because there's several that's due starting the 1st of January. So several of these are still actually about 5 weeks off, and I can't tell if they're bagging down yet or not. I know a few of them I can tell for sure, but I got to start keeping a watch on them so that I can start bringing them up. I try and calve everything that I know due dates up in the barn. And I've got barn cameras, so I have some different pens that I can put them in, and a lot that's got a camera that I can watch as well. So most of mine, hopefully, knock on wood, will be calving in a 60-day window, January and February, and I do know that I'll have some March calves. So the cows are all pretty content out here and just out checking. Hey, good afternoon, folks. This is the end of this particular video this week. Gonna end it with a little bit of sports humor. For those that know me, you know I'm a Purdue alum. Have my bachelor and master's degree from there, but only live 17 miles from the IU campus, so actually probably grew up an IU basketball fan with the likes of the Van Arsdale twins and Vernon Payne, for the old time folks who remember those names. But anyway, I'm loyal to Purdue now, and recently I had this dream, and it was about one of my IU buddies. And in that dream, we had done something that we were both going to be executed. I don't remember why, but we were going to be executed, and as we were waiting to be executed, they asked if we had any last request. And they asked my buddy, the IU guy, first, and he said, well, he said, before I pass, he goes, I would like to hear the IU fight song at least one more time. So then it was my turn, and they asked me if I had any last request. And I said, well, yes. I said, if I have to listen to the IU fight song one more time, I would prefer you execute me first. So there's your sports humor to end the video, and I will say congratulations to the IU football team. They have had a very good year, which is certainly not what I can say about the Purdue football team, although we did get a new football coach hired here recently. So anyway, appreciate everyone watching. Until next time, hit that subscribe button, and everybody have a great rest of your week and a weekend. Thanks.